Hello and welcome to BRM Driving School. My name is Ben. I'm a driving instructor who covers Oxford, but I also cover Abingdon and Didcot as well. So if you're interested in doing any lessons with me, I'll put a link down below to my Facebook page. You can either message me on there or use my contact details. So what we're going to be doing today is the Headington Roundabout. So this is a roundabout that frequently comes up on tests, and you could get multiple directions even on the same test. Like this particular route here that I'm going to show you first actually involves it twice. You go once from Risinghurst, where I'm currently am now, to London Road towards Headington, and then later on in that same route you go from the Headington exit towards Cowley. But there are many different others which we'll go through today. So the idea will help you work out routes, how to avoid those serious faults, and more importantly how to be safe and help you pass your test. So what we're going to be doing first is that the sat-nav route, which involves going through it twice. So right here I've got the sat-nav set up. This is the model that they use on the driving test. It's a TomTom Start 52. It will be placed on a rubber mat in the dashboard area, but I don't have the rubber mat, so I will be attaching this to the window. But what it's going to be is playing the audio, because I won't have a position on the cameras so that you can see it, but the audio is the more important part rather than looking at the screen. So I'll just put it up here in front of me. The audio will be on, because even on this route here it does give a slightly confusing instruction which we will go through. So I'll get myself prepared. Just make sure the sound is on. The sound is on, that is fine.
You will arrive at your destination at 12:23 PM.
Okay, so from where I am now is the start of the sat-nav route. So you will be stopped along this road. The sat-nav will be set up for you on this road here. So I'll get myself ready to go. Checking around, it's perfectly safe, no need to signal. In fact there is, because the car just come, so I'll stay back. I'm stopped on a curve here, but there we go. So, okay, so end of the road, turn right.
Turn right, Collingwood Road. Then, at the end of the road, turn left.
Now, just even this junction here, where we're pulling out onto the dual carriageway, can be tricky. So to do a lot of looking to our right, because it is a dual carriageway and the speed limit on the right has just gone.
Turn left, A40, London Road, then keep left.
So the speed limit from the road on the right has just gone from 50 to 30, but at the point that they're going along here they may not be doing 30, so you have to be very careful on your pull out. And do notice that there is also a bus lane, so you have to pull out wider than normal. Okay, now the sat-nav will give a confusing instruction here, but it wants you in the lane for Barton, Oxford and the
After
crematorium.
100 yards, keep left, then keep right.
Okay, so mirror checks. I'm going to go across one lane.
Keep left, then keep right.
And then it will tell me third exit straight
keep
ahead.
Right, then cross the roundabout and take the third exit. Okay,
so we are going from here to London Road towards Headington and the city centre. So the sat-nav does give that confusing instruction where it's saying keep left, keep right. From my experience of being sat in the car on test routes, when I've had people on this route in particular, the examiner does explain it. So you will be told, get in this lane here and then take the third exit. Now, the additional hazard on this roundabout here is you've got the bus lane on your left hand side, so be aware of buses as you pull away, and also be aware of vehicles that do get in the wrong lane, particularly on this right hand side. They come by and they cut in front of you, so check all the way around here very carefully. And away we go. Okay. Now you will stick to the
cross the roundabout and take the third exit, A420, towards Headington.
Stick to the middle lane, check your mirrors, signal left to come off. Still be aware of vehicles from your left hand side though, because they could be merging into the lane in front. So checking mirrors, it's all clear. We can keep going. Okay,
After
so I'll get the car
300
turned round.
turn right, Barton Road, then turn left.
So I'll get the car turned around, I'll come back to that. Okay, so we're back. So heading back towards the Headington Roundabout. So we will be turning left at the end of this road, as the sat-nav will say. It always interrupts me just as I'm saying something.
Turn left.
Now, when you turn left out of this junction, listen very carefully to the instruction that is going to be given to you from the sat-nav after you've pulled out. Also be careful pulling out of this junction as well, because you probably notice I've stopped on the pedestrian crossing here, or the race speed hump for a pedestrian crossing. It is a hill start. Try and pull away normally, there is a risk of stalling. Just got to give it that little bit of power to get it away. Okay, listen carefully to the instruction from the sat-nav on this one.
After 300 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the 4th exit, A4142, towards Cowler.
So A4142 towards Cowley. I'm checking my mirrors. I'm looking out for the road marking saying A4142. There it is, it's in the right lane only. Checking my mirrors, signalling right. Be amazed at how many people actually forget to signal on this one. But probably you could just about see from the camera pointing out the front, it says in this far right lane A40 East as well. So this lane goes straight ahead 3rd exit as well as the 4th exit, so the signal is important on this one. Now what will happen is you will be put into the right hand lane on this roundabout, and probably the best way I say it to the pupils is the white lines are made of lava, do not cross them. So you literally just stay in that lane, let the lane markings do the work for you. It will push you to the left before you get to your exit. So lights are going green. Now just be aware on these lights because they do change back to red very quickly. So you don't want to,
After 50 yards,
go
go right on the roundabout and take the 4th exit, A4142, towards Cowler.
And the sat-nav can't say Cowley for some reason. I've never known why. Okay, so as you're coming round here, you'll get this white line on the right-hand side. Do not cross it. Just keep following it all the way around as long as this van doesn't cut me up. So that's an example of how not to do the roundabout by that van. Checking your mirrors, signal left. Just be aware on the exit though, because you've got this little slit road here. There might be a vehicle that joins without looking. But that van there, had that been their driving test, that would have gone down as a serious fault. Okay, so I'm going to get the car turned around at the traffic lights up ahead. We are going to do the Cowley towards London. Okay, so lights are changing. So I'm going to be doing roundabout 5th exit. It's towards London, Aylesbury and Wheatley on the signs. So imagine you're coming along, let's just say you're normal driving, you're in the left hand lane. London, Aylesbury is on the right, it's at the 3 o'clock position.
After 400 yards, go around the roundabout and take the 6th exit, A4142, towards Cowler.
I was going to say I forgot to unplug the sat-nav from what I'd done earlier. Okay, so we are taking the exit for London, Aylesbury and Wheatley. It is the A40 East. So I'm looking at road markings. So A40 West left lane, A40 East right lane. It will split into 3 lanes up ahead. You can use the far right lane. I would recommend using the middle lane, and it is going to play a role on the exits. The reason why is because of the speed limit sign we have just passed. We've just passed a 30 sign before the roundabout. So I will let the Mercedes in front pull away a little bit, just so we can see A40 East in the middle lane in front of us. It does say it in the right lane as well. Much easier to use the middle lane here. Okay, so lights are changing, checking around. As I said, I'll let that car in front pull away first, just so you can see the road markings a little bit more easily. So I'll just pull away nice and slowly. A40 East, this middle lane here. Okay, I'm going to signal right as well. So in this lane, stick with this lane. Just follow it all the way round. White lines are made of lava, do not touch them. Just keep following it round. Mirror check, signal, and we'll carry on. Now this is where that sign before the roundabout plays its role. It is still 30 here. You will get cars, vans, lorries passing you. It is still 30. How can you tell it's 30? It's because you've got a system of street lighting with no other speed limit signs on display until you get up to that one up there. So imagine you're on the Wheatley route, you're going down here, it changes to 50, you must check your mirrors first before you accelerate here. There we go. And carry on. Now I've got this lorry overtaking me. I'll have to make the decision what is best. So the lorry is overtaking me, so it's best just to let this lorry go. You do not want to mess around with the lorry. Okay, so I'll get the car turned around. Just your route would still go straight ahead, but I'll get the car turned around up ahead. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to do the Risinghurst exit again, but we're going to do it from a different, we're going to head towards a different destination this time. So I mentioned earlier when you pulled out the junction from Risinghurst that the speed limit was 30, but the vehicles coming from your right had just come from a 50 zone. That's where the speed limit changes up ahead. So we'll get it down to 30 miles an hour. And then there's your junction just on the left there that you pulled out of. Now we are taking the exit towards Marston on the A40 West. Now you will need this right-hand lane only to begin with. You cannot go from the lane that's on my left towards Marston. You have to use this lane only. You will check your mirrors here. Watch out for vehicles like that grey one up ahead where they've cut across. That grey one up ahead, that would have been a serious fault on their test if they wanted this lane here from the left-hand lane. It sounds pointless, but you have to move right to go left. But you do have to be cautious of it. Now this road here will go through the middle of the roundabout. So this is what they call a hamburger type roundabout. You've got the road that goes through the middle. Now, back behind us, it changed to 30. Kind of like when we done the Cowley towards London exit, that 30 sign is going to play a role on the exit of the roundabout. So lights have changed. Good check around. Okay. Just carry on through, just stick to this left lane. Whenever you go on dual carriageways, if you're not overtaking, you need to be in the left-hand lane. Okay, so staying in the left lane here, still 30 at the moment. Until you get to that 50 sign. It's a thing they like to do in Oxford where they put the 30 limits and then you have like this awkwardly long pause, checking mirrors, and then you know you've got an awkward pause of up to a couple of 100 yards and then you can accelerate. Okay, so we're on the approach to the Headington Roundabout. My little GoPro's just gone down, so I'll just be using this front camera here only on the for this time on the roundabout. So on this one, if you're on your independent drive, the examiner might say to you, if you're not on a sat nav, we're going to be following signs for the ring road A4142 towards Cowley. So I'm looking at the sign on the left. I can see there's a roundabout up ahead. I'm looking out for the ring road A4142. Okay, it's in my vision now. It is the third exit. It looks like it's at the 1 o'clock position if you imagine it like a giant clock. So it's 1 o'clock position, third exit. Now, you'll be right in thinking you want the right-hand lane, but you do not want to move over just yet. You're still around 3/4 of a mile away from the roundabout. You've still got a long way to go here. So the way you can tell when you want to move over is the white line here is short. Now up ahead it's getting longer. What do longer white lines mean? That's right, you're on the approach to a hazard or you're in an area with more risk. So you want to think about changing over. Mirror check, it's safe to move over. Okay, traffic light warning up ahead, so check your mirrors, slowing down, you've got a 30 limit. Okay, now up ahead it will split into 3 lanes. You will want the middle lane. You can use the right hand lane, there's nothing wrong with that. That does go in that direction, but it's much easier to use the middle lane here. Just checking my mirrors, I'm going to signal right because this exit, this lane here, sorry, you can take the second exit from here, so the right signal you will have on to tell people you are not going towards London. Okay, so we'll wait for the lights to change now. It'll be any moment up ahead. So cars on the right are stopping. Look around nice and carefully. Now I can see 2 cars up ahead that are blocking the junction. I'm just going to approach this a little bit more slowly, let them sort themselves out. There is actually a keep clear where that grey car in front has stopped. Okay, but it is moving very, very slowly. Just follow that road around the outside. You see the car up ahead, it's crossing the white lines. That goes down as a fault on your test on lane discipline. You've not stayed within your lane. And then it's kind of like as you've done before when we've done the Headington to Carriageway. You check your mirror, signal left, just be aware of anything on the slip road. Okay, so now we're going to be doing the Cowley towards Marston. So imagine you've come out the test centre, you're going down the bypass towards the roundabout. You'll be asked to follow signs for the ring road towards the Midlands on the A40 West. So come around here. So, in the left lane, I'm looking at the sign there. It looks like the second exit on the sign there, but it is actually the third. It's because the first exit, for some reason, isn't put on that sign there. So it's the third exit. It's straight ahead at the 11 o'clock position. So checking my mirrors, I can see traffic. I might as well slow down in good time. Gives me a little bit more time to read the road markings. A40 West is in the left lane. Join the queue, nice and slowly, there's no rush. I'm just looking on the right hand side, I'm not sure if you can see it, there's a BMW in the far right lane, it's realised it's in the wrong lane. This is the issue with this roundabout, it's so easy to make mistakes, whether you're a learner driver or a full licence holder. Okay, so checking around, away we go. Just starting to snow now, so I'll keep an eye on it. So left lane, so first exit, second exit, city centre sign, third exit, checking mirrors, signal left, stick to the left hand lane as you come off here, and then just keep it below 30 until you get to that 50 sign. You'll be amazed at how many people actually try and come off in the middle lane when I see people either doing lessons in this car or in front of me. It does happen. And it's one of those, I can't really explain why, even though you do say try and exit in the left hand lane if it's possible. So, now on this one, it comes under the independent drive, but it comes under the verbal instruction rather than the sat-nav. Okay, so I'm just checking my mirrors here because I've just noticed the lights have just changed up ahead, so I'm slowing it down in good time. I just want to be careful in the snow, because it might settle in a bit. Entirely sure what's going to be happening at the moment. So, comes under the verbal instruction under your independent drive. You'll be asked to follow traffic signs towards the city centre and Headington. So, it'll be the same as before. We'll look at that big green sign up ahead, and the same rule will apply for changing lanes. Don't change too early. Just being cautious here, not get any closer to the van in front. Not really gathering the speed. There might be a gap on the right where I can actually overtake. Yes, there is. So I'll overtake after this car goes by. Yeah. Good. See, you got your sign on the left. Probably won't be able to see it in the snow and the van blocking the road, but it is the 5th exit. It's sort of at the 4 o'clock position. You might just be able to see it here very quickly. It is actually the 5th exit. It looks like the 4th. But yeah, snow's starting to settle, so I'm just going to be very, very careful now. So you will want the right-hand lane. So white line in the middle is getting longer. Telling me you're on the approach to hazard. The warning signs are also saying it. So checking my mirrors. Just going to gradually slow this one down because I don't know what's really happening with the snow. The grip's going to be pretty horrible. It can just disappear very quick. The grip can just disappear very quickly in the snow. Okay, so slow it down to 30. Look out for road markings saying Oxford. So it says it there, but it then only says it in the right-hand lane. So you must be in this lane only on the approach. So checking my mirrors, signal right. Just going to stay back here because I'm not sure if I can clear the junction just yet. I can now. There is the gap. So in this lane here. Can use that right lane, but I find it much easier to use this lane. Just follow it all the way around the outside. Checking my mirrors. There's an invisible 4th exit that rarely appears on signs. There we go. And it exits you in the left-hand lane here, so check your mirrors and we'll merge across when it's safe to do so. So there we go. So those are the various exits that you could get on the Headington Roundabout on your driving test. So I hope this video has been a massive help to you. Just check my mirrors before I merge across because you've got the bus lane in front. So I hope this video has been a massive help to you. So if you are interested in doing driving lessons with me, as I said at the beginning of the video, I'll put a link down below to my Facebook page. You can either message me on there or contact me using the contact details. I may not get back to you straight away, but certainly when I'm free I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And you know, maybe if you're coming up to your test shortly, you just need a refresh on how to do that roundabout. I wish you the best of luck on your test. I hope you pass. And you know, that'll be all for this video. So if you want to ask any questions down below, do feel free. But for now, I will see you next time.